theater is alive and well and very exciting in Cork especially.
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, Cork is now becoming one of the most exciting theater cities I've been associated with. I just love it. I mean, I like Dublin well enough, but I really love Cork. Sorry.
Patrick, did you get in to see Damages?
I didn't. No, I'm very upset about that. I mean, there's so much, so
Yeah.
much. Yes, I love that play.
And I was actually a judge last night up in the Firkin Crane at the McCarthy Talent Competition.
Oh yeah.
Primary and secondary school children. Absolutely
Amazing.
superb talent.
Well, the wonderful thing is, you know, my Cork relatives, I'm staying with Paul and Hazel Dolan, who are Hazel's my first cousin once removed, or if you're in Mayo, fifth of kin, which I don't know what that means exactly, but they call cousins fifth of kin. Anyway, they have the Barn restaurant in Glenmar, and then my other cousin has a bar in Blackpool, on Halley's, which I was at last night, and they're all, of course, it's descending on the show. My wife is flying in. My wife is a scholar, a feminist scholar, writes about mothering. And today's Mother's Day in the States. So.
Yeah, happy Mother's Day to her.
Happy Mother's Day, darling. She's flying as we speak, and my stepchildren are coming in. My two sons are here, and it's just so exciting to be part of this wonderful, wonderful experience that's going on here in Cork. I've been here 4 months, and I want to get back to my life, of course, but boy, I will miss Cork.
Yeah,
It's a nice
you have to go
holiday.
back teaching.
I have to go back, yeah, there's also that. Although I like teaching. Do you like teaching?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I wish I could do more of it. But
Yeah,
all
so
the
you-
admin things I have to do.
That's what ask anybody who does this. What we really hate is the Excel spreadsheet stuff, you know, all the administratives, you know. I love teaching. I have great students. I had 2 of my students on Broadway last year.
Brilliant.
One in Hair, one in Wicked. And then my son trained with me, and then he got his MFA at the University of Louisville. And we have about 30 of my graduates who are now either trying to make it or in good grad programs. So that part is exciting. And you see it at UCC. I love the UCC kids. I just love them. They really...
Yeah, you did a couple of workshops with us, and they were really pleased with that.
I mean, they attract well, Naomi's living proof, they attract a real quality student there, you know? It's really a terrific program there. And there's a sense that, boy, there might have been some problems with the economy, but there's no problem with the Irish arts.
Absolutely.
None.
And Patrick, you've been in so many TV programmes, film, but it seems theatre is your passion.
Well, it's where I started. I mean, it originally started, as I say, as this Irish singer, and then eventually, you know, everybody has an erudite moment. I was, on a Wednesday afternoon, I saw Douglas Campbell, who was a brilliant Canadian actor, and Frederick March in a play called Gideon. And then on Saturday, I saw A Man for All Seasons with Paul Scofield and George Rose. And at the end of Saturday night, I thought, I want to do this. It was like a religious moment. I said, I want to dedicate my life to giving to people what those people gave to me this week. And I've never changed. That was quite a number of years ago. And I've never changed that feeling when I step on stage with wonderful actors and in the hands of a wonderful director. I have this sense that every artist should give back to the community. We have a moral and ethical obligation to give back. I believe that with every fight, and I train my students that way. This is not a taking world. That's part of where we got into trouble there for a bit. We have to give, not take, and that's why we do this theater, and that's why I hope folks will come and share this experience. We'll be there every night after the show and talking to people. And
yeah, do come meet us.
Yeah, we'd love to meet you.
Meet us and greet us.
Meet us and greet us.
Do a meet and greet.
Meet and greet.
Sign the programme.
So, yes, I do. I mean, I did a lot of wonderful television. I was a regular on Seinfeld and shows like Hill Street Blues. I did Star Trek. Oh, I got contacted yesterday. There's a Star Trek Ireland group.
Never heard of that one.
And they tracked me down on Facebook and they said, we loved your Airco. That was a character I played on Star Trek TNG. Trekkies are funny people.
Bit of a cult following, isn't
It's
it?
a really cult moment. I was at a Comic-Con in San Diego, and I had this role, and I had about 20 lines spread out over an hour, and I'm standing and looking at the comic book bins, and this guy stands next to me, facing away from me, repeated my entire role, letter perfect, and then walked away. Bill Shatner is right, it is scary. Can you imagine if I'd been a regular, you know?
Jesus.
So,
And what would be your favourite TV programme?
Seinfeld.
Seinfeld.
Yeah, the word genius gets thrown around a lot, but Jerry and Larry David especially, who was the executive producer, I mean, they knew comedy. Cheers, Jim Burrows directed me in Cheers, and that was a great experience. All in the Family, I mean, boy, what a classic. Star Trek. Splash, Ronnie Howard, it was his first big directing gig, and Tom Hanks that made him a star, and I was the Secret Service agent who captured the mermaid. So those were highlights, you know. I did a lot of fun things in LA and made good money, raised my kids.
Brilliant.
But Death of a Salesman, boy,
His real thing.
that's where it's at.
He's finishing on a high.
Well, I want to finish on, I really do want the Irish audiences to come and share this. I really do.
Yeah, I recommend everybody get down to the Everyman Theatre.
Just as a kind of closing sentence to this, you know, I think again it's a testament to why I kind of fall in love with Pat, because, you know, he has a good post, he has money, he has position. I mean, he's been through a lot of things that, I don't know, we grow up on.
Right.
When we mention those names, this is not something like, what is that? That's a popular cultural thing, you know.
Mm.
Even my students who haven't seen that, because they're too young, heard about that. Yeah? But he does have a courage to step in and to say, I'm going to walk on that stage and I'm going to do Death of a Salesman. I'm not going to play any big card, any position, any status, anything that I can do. I want to come in there and I'm going to be naked there and I'm going to engage with the actors and I'm going to go for the audience and I'm going to be there for what I am and who I am.
Right.
That takes courage,
Mm-hmm.
because in that type of role, in this kind of theater, you can't fake. You have it or you don't. You're either able or you can't. Credit card won't help you there. You have it or you don't.
Right.
As we say in Serbian, ili jesi ili nisi. And that's, I think he has.
Well, it's been an absolute pleasure having you both on the show. Thank you so
Thank you,
much for
Emery.
taking your time
Thank
out
you
practicing,
so
Sasha.
much.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you.
And I'll be along to see it. Take care.